Hey guys, what's up? It's a Culture Detective here investigating your favorite albums, and today I am really busy. I've been busy for the last 2 months. Um, and I'm sorry, I just don't have time to just sit down and do a very formal review. I'm changed. I need to get out very soon. Again, I've already gone outside of my apartment earlier today. I need to go out again. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing a quick album review on the new King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album, Changes. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Australian super band. I've talked about them multiple times on this channel already. This is their 22nd studio album, I believe, so they have been pumping out music. Now, this album Changes is part of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard's October trilogy, where they basically release an album after another every single week, 7 days apart. And yeah, they have released 3 albums back to back to back, plus one more album earlier this year. But anyways, we have arrived at the final one of the trilogy, and that is Changes. And for every album, they changed their style a little bit. In the trilogy, the first one was Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava, which is kind of a jazzy psych rock album full of improvisations. And I thought it's kind of underwhelming. It's not really all that great. And even more underwhelming would, actually a little bit less underwhelming, would be the album Laminated Denim, which is a little bit more experimental, huge, large, chunky tracks, but with only 2 tracks. Not everyone likes this album, but I think it's a little bit better actually. And then now we have Changes. And on this album, King Gizzard are a little bit more traditional here. We have a collection of prog rock, psych rock, jazz rock tracks that have a similar instrumental palette throughout the whole thing. And in my opinion, I think this is the best album out of 3. In fact, I may be so bold as to say that Changes is the best King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album since Infest the Rat's Nest. Yes, this album is surprisingly good. So the album opener Change is a 13-minute long slow psychedelic build-up with relaxing jazzy guitars, breathy faint vocals, and sweet keyboards. And given that it is 13 minutes long, there is a lot of change. It becomes really groovy in the middle. And what I love about this track is that it also gives off this very weird uneasy feeling. The chords are a little bit detuned, just a tiny bit off-kiltered. There are also tons of rhythm changes and instrumental changes throughout the entire track. I also love the existential lyrics. Out of all the huge, over 10-minute long songs King Gizzard has made over the years, I think this one has got to be one of the best. Afterwards, we have the track Hate Dancin', which is a fun, blissful jam with a touch of woodwinds. I also really like the lyrics. It's really silly, but essentially the main character of the song hates dancing in the beginning. But then there's this girl, and she's like, do you want to dance? And then he starts dancing, and then suddenly at the end of the track, he likes dancing. He feels like dancing. It's really simple, but it's genuinely cute and endearing. Next up, we have AstroTurf, which is a 7.5-minute multifaceted track with some really interesting instrumental choices. We have these squelching horns, these tiptoe guitars, that almost borderline on prog rock. We also get a bit of a flute solo, which I really love. The whole track is really quirky, it's really interesting. I like it. That is followed with Nobody, which I also kind of enjoy. This track is more of a psych prog rock track than any other tracks on the entire album. And this track is also a slow burn. And again, not a lot of King Giz fans like it. I mean, some King Giz fans do, but I feel like not a lot of people will enjoy this track, but I personally really do. I like how woozy and psychedelic it is. It has the forlorn harmonic guitars that throw back to the 70s. A little bit of Pink Floyd, a bit of Eagles here and there, and it actually sounds amazing. Gandhi, on the other hand, has these 80s sci-fi synths and unconventional drum patterns. It also has these really exciting solos. I believe there's a flute solo here, which is just mwah. I love it when flute is incorporated into rock music. That's always one of the things that get me. Nostalgia chord progressions and flutes. Alright, the track Exploding Suns is the slowest and the mildest track here. It's like Nobody, but without the structure nor the vibe. I mean, it has the vibe, it's really moody, but it just kind of trails off halfway. But the album ends off solidly with Short Change, with the rapidly ascending bass, the skippy, jazzy keyboards, and these chugging keyboards. They're so exhilarating, and I've never heard an instrumental like this from King Giz, even though they've touched on so many instruments. It's exciting, it's fun, it's sonically pleasing, it's vibrant, and I think it's a really solid album ending. So yeah, in contrast to popular belief, I actually think Changes is one of King Giz's best album of the entire freaking decade so far, and I really like this direction that they're going. It's soft, it's easy, it's relaxing, it's cute and endearing, it's heartwarming, and I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. So I've listened to the new King Giz album Changes from 1 to 10. How much you rated, like it, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching. I have tons of albums to review. New Drake and 21 Savage album, Show Me the Body, Polyphia, and hold on. Yeah, yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen, Natalia Lafourcade, West Side Gun, which I'm actually planning to review today, but unfortunately I don't have time.